City of Caldwell is facing yet another legal threat tied to turmoil inside of City Hall. The latest one is from the city's own former spokeswoman. She says she was forced out and now she's threatening to sue. KTVB's Aspen Shumpert has the latest.
Char Jackson was the public information officer for the city of Caldwell, the person who spoke for the city as it weathered a series of harassment lawsuits against city leadership and the police department the last 2 years. She resigned last month and is now the assistant news director at Idaho News 6. She says the city pushed her out. Last month, Jackson sent this 3-page demand letter to the city's insurer. In it, she claims her resignation was not a choice and writes it was, quote, the direct result of a calculated campaign of gender-based harassment, defamation, and administrative retaliation. She says that made working there intolerable. She lists several instances pointing to what she calls a pattern of bad faith. One example is a 2024 complaint Jackson says the city failed to investigate. Jackson accused Councilwoman Diana Register of spreading defamatory gendered rumors about Jackson's working relationship with the police chief, Rex Ingram. Jackson says that by forcing her to keep interacting with Register while the complaint went uninvestigated, the city created a hostile work environment. Jackson says more recently she was targeted, not for performing poorly, but she says because of her, quote, unwavering support of Police Chief Ingram's successful initiatives. Several weeks ago, we told you Ingram filed a tort claim of his own, accusing the city and Mayor Phillips of a calculated harassment campaign and planned wrongful termination. Referencing a voicemail Phillips left for the wrong person, and it became public in November. In it, Phillips can be heard stating plans of using legalistic terms publicly while privately intending to fire Ingram, who was facing several harassment lawsuits from former Caldwell PD officers at the time.
I've checked all the boxes so I can fire his and get rid of him and get rid of his cronies.
Jackson's letter leans on that leaked recording, saying staff like herself were labeled as cronies. She also speaks about a Facebook comment posted under the mayor's name in February. She shared this picture with us that she took of the comment. Under a 30-second video, in which the creator talks about men wanting to avoid toxic American women, Phillips appears to say he'll encourage his son to marry someone from outside the U.S., describing good American women as the exception, not the norm. Jackson says, as a woman working under Phillips, the comment made her feel uncomfortable and concerned whether she'd be treated fairly on the job. Jackson is demanding compensation for lost retirement benefits and public retraction of the chief's cronies label. We reached out to the city, who says they will not comment on pending litigation. The city and the mayor did not respond to our question of whether or not Phillips made that comment. Councilwoman Register also declined to comment because of the litigation, even though there are details she said she wants to address. I want to show you some records that I got back from the city's insurer, Idaho County's risk management program, which shows the city's premiums have risen each of the last 3 years, from about $578,000 to $758,000 to now over $900,000 currently. ICRIM confirms those premiums are paid with public money. This marks the 7th harassment claim in the last about 2 years. Nearly half of them have been settled, so we'll keep our eye on what happens to Jackson's next, John.
Wow, the saga continues. Aspen Shumpert live in studio. Aspen's been on top of it since the very beginning. Aspen, thank you.